Hello everyone. So welcome back to video number 3. Today we will continue with the development and setup registration, login, DTO and PostgreSQL setup. I'll talk more about what DTO is later. So let me scroll down. I have created a table schema for handling all the data of user and customer. For now it will just hold data which we need currently. Later we can add order and other fields as needed. So I will explain it to you what's happening here. First, every user will be static, like when a delivery partner or customer logs in, it will first connect as a user with ID, which is the primary key, and unique. I can write it here. Primary key and unique. The primary key that it's a unique, so it's redundant to write it. And then it will have an email, password, role like customer delivery admin. So later we can just filter the role to get customers and delivery partners. And then we have this the account is enabled, is the account banned or something, and then we'll have a timestamp at which it is created. And then of course we have customers. For now we have user ID, name, phone, address. We can later add a string of address or say alternate phone or other data like what orders they have done and how much money have they spent, etc. We can create a separate table using the user ID, which will be like F key to the ID. I'll tell you about later how to set it up. And then we'll have delivery partners with user ID, vehicle type, license number, availability status, like if they're in delivering the order or they're free, etc. Later we can also add the list of orders they've completed, etc. in the next videos where I have set up order system. So yeah, for now this is all the table schema. I will make this table on PostgreSQL later in the video. For now, from last video I told you that I will change this secret key instead of writing it here like this. Instead what I have done is I have written this here. Wait a minute. I have wrote this instead of here to my applications properties, which I can show to you, but it's like this. I have put it here like this. Now I'm using this JWT custom.password right here. You can see JWT custom.password. I don't need to write it here. So yeah, that's how now our database is safe. Even if this whole file and folders are leaked online due to hacking or something, your password and database is secure because you have not written the code or key to track the database passwords here. Instead is in application properties, which cannot be accessed by anyone, even your employees. So yeah, that's a big security thing which you have handled here. Make sure to remember this and explain it to your interviewer because it's a very important point for big applications, and companies like to maintain that security aspect in their database. So without wasting any time, I will create models. So models is like entities for different functions. Right now I'll create a model for user entity. Let me name it user to be a class, and then I will add entity to it. This will make it entity, and then I will have table here. This will sync with let me Jakarta table, and I will name the table as users. I have to remember the users thing. For now I'm not using Prisma or anything, I'm just creating the application. Later I can add Prisma, so it will be easier then to set up the table and everything. Data from Lombok, and then your user is showing an error. I will solve it out. Yeah, see, they themselves showed the code, so I'm just add it here and Jakarta. Now here the ID, and then your column name email. Let me first write. Now I need email. email, then we will have password, then we have role, okay, then we will have boolean of whether it is enabled or not. Sorry, default will be true, and let me add all the restrictions here. We will have column, unique true, and we also have the label is equal to false. We can just copy it. Never mind, write it here, column, and you will have unique true label is equal to false, and then we have column. Oh yeah, sorry, we need a unique password. Okay, my bad. I should not let autocomplete things. And of course, we don't need a unique role. Roles will be many to many. Yeah, that's why I don't use AI without knowing what he is doing. And his roles will be user, delivery, user, delivery, admin. Later, I will make an enum of these things and then store it by enum because it's very insecure right now. But it's okay. For now, I will just edit it behind the scenes and show it in the next video. So done here. So I have skipped the part where I was coding along and telling you how everything works and solving bugs. It was over 30-35 minutes long. I thought it was a waste of time because I can just show it the final code here and explain it to you instead of writing every line by line and wasting time. So let's just start with what I've done here. First of all, I have created all the required files, which is auth controller, auth service, user repo, and DTOs. I'll start explaining here what is happening exactly. First of all, this auth controller, as you saw in the last video, is an endpoint, API endpoint for the front end. Here, using API access, the front end can give a request to register a user or a delivery user based on the which app it is. Is it the user face app or delivery partner app? So in this post mapping, they can give us the request, the body details of the initial request, which is explained in the DTO. So in the body, like postman, in the body, it will have two columns or two values. First will be email. It will be, let's say, switch at gmail.com, and of course it will also be in column, and then we'll have password, which will be, say, ABCD. Okay, so we'll have email and password here. So this will be sent to the front end. It will be sent to the auth controller here, register user. You can write it here. Say register. I'm registering delivery partner for now because I guess I have content of that delivery partner ready. I can do it in this video, little short one. So let me start postman here. We can do this. Yeah, good. So yeah, when I post this and this will go to my backend here, and it will have a matching of the structure with register request, and then when all processing is done, it will give a register response, which is this. This is a register response. We will respond with our user ID, email, role, and token. So I think later we can just get rid of role because we have different applications. But for now, for you to understand, I will have added role and user ID here. So yeah, so this is the use of DTOs. What I am doing here, I have cached it. So what I'm doing here is that instead of asking for a load of fields which are all in the database, like enabled, created that, role, password, etc. Everything. We're not asking for everything, nor are we returning everything. We are just asking for things that we require at that time of and that moment. So that's why DTO, data transfer objects, are used. Here we are just requesting an email and password to set up the initial database. That's all. That's done. Then we will return these values. If you want, we can return less values. Say we don't want to have role. See, we're not returning role. We're just returning user ID and email token. But we need to say return one more thing, like private list of orders. Say orders to show it in the screen of the user. We can say orders if we need to. Okay, then it will just give back order list, but we don't need it right now, so we're not writing it right now. That all it was. So yep, let me explain other things, the whole workflow. Now after, say we have to register user, what it is doing is calling auth service, and it's calling register function. Now auth service is in service layer. Let me show it to you. In service layer, we have all the logic of the application or the function we are planning. So like JWT filter have all the logic of how JWT filter works. Like the same, we have auth service which handles register. Later we'll have login here too, which will handle login. So remember that controller layer is to expose your API endpoints. Auth service is where your business logic works, and then user repo, I will tell you what user repo is. It's to just connect to backend, but okay, just remember, okay, controller, service, repo. Controller for API, auth service for logic, and repo for managing with the database. Now let me explain auth service. First, using user repo to connect to repository. I'll go what is about data, and then you have JWT util, which will be used to create a token and return a token, so the user can continue registering their other details like delivery partner, user ID, vehicle type, etc., or name, phone address for customers. So yeah, now we have a password encoder. I added a new password encoder security config here. This is a bean. That means Java and Spring will handle the creation and management of the object itself. We are returning a bcrypt password encoder. Bcrypt is a popular password encoder tool. And why I need an encoder here? I'll explain it to you later as you go to the code. Now, yes, so from auth controller, auth service has been called. Then the auth service, here the register function is here. And the register function is sending two things, register request and string role. Register request, like we have to get the data right, we have to get the username and password right from the user. So we are passing it this object to here, to auth service. Wait a minute, to auth service here, and this auth service is taking that register request and role, which again we're having it here. Oh, wait a second, see, I will just change my role here. Nice, nice and easy. You have bugs here and there, keep checking. Then what it's doing is that it's checking if the user already exists, like user has mistakenly clicked sign up instead of login. So we will do a find my email from user repo. So I guess I can explain to you what user repo is. First of all, you can notice that user repo is not in class. It's everything here is a class, okay? See, class, and then author user class. It's not a class, it's an interface. Why? Because user is using JPA repository, which is a package we used to directly search in the database. JPA repository has a lot of functions which you can use to just save a time and directly not have to write SQL manually. Because normally what you have to do is that, let's say you have to write from table from say users, okay, and then users from, sorry, I didn't write it. No, I don't know how to, yeah. From users select star, select, it will select star, say, yeah, select email, where email there, that user.email, users dot email is equal to this email, then return this, return that. Instead of all that, we are just using find by email. Find by email. Why? How this find by email comes? here in the model, we are using entity, right? So this entity is actually a table, a column. So there are several columns. You have the email column. Okay, so you are doing here find by email. If you want, you can do find by password. Say if you want to search user by password. See, it's coming here. Find contains find by equal, find by password is empty, is false, is greater than, is equal, is less than. All these functions, you don't have to write a single line of SQL. It is all given by JPA repository. So again, we will just undo it, find by email. And what is doing here is finding by email. So here again, we have find by email, and then we have register request get email. This is getting the email from here. And again, how is getting the email? I have not written the get email here. If I want, I can write get email, and then return this dot email. I can write it all like that, but I don't need to because it is in Lombok, and we save our time and just focus on the business logic. So yeah, that's done here, and we are getting the email from there, and we are using is present. Is present is of course again a part of JPA repository. We are checking that if this email is already in our repository. If it's there, for now we will just throw runtime exception. If later I can just add a code where you can return the error to the user frontend and say, okay, your email already exists, please log in. Then we can, what we're doing is that we are you returning this register response, right? So we are creating a register response here. For that, we first create a new user. It's like a row in a database. So we are creating a new user. Then we are setting the email. Like let it show it to you. You're setting an email, and then we are setting a password. And for the password, here is a password encoder to encode it into the secret script, so no one understand what the script is. And then we have role, and then we save it again using the user repo. Again, this save is the function given by user repository, JP repository automatically. And then you have token. You remember you need to give back a token. We also use a token when they try to log in. For now, we can just return a token using generate token. And again, from the last video, I added a role to the token. You can use it later. When you add more function, more logic to delivery and user different, like they have different roles, different access. We can use the JW token to just filter it there. And for now, I have added 2 codes. Let me show it to you. First of all, I have added a with claim of role. Okay, and here I have added another. I forgot to show you one more thing. I have added another string of get role. Here I have added the string role util.get role. It gets a role from the token, and then it will add that granted authority, and then we add the role. And when it's added here, it's done. You have a token which you can return to the front end. So yeah, that's how it works. I hope I explained it to you easier, because there's a lot of steps, there's a lot of files, there's a lot of configurations, so it's a bit tough. But just remember, we have user, it's a table, we have auth controller, we have auth service, and is a repo. Controller calls the service layer runs all the logic and checks everything it's checked, and then returns user what it needs. In this case, it's account created and what the details of the account are, and a token of JWT, so that he can continue login and filling the details. Now let me open PostgreSQL here, and let me write a code to how to create the schema. The table here, and just give me a little bit of time. I don't want to write this code, it will take me a bit of time, so I will just pause and come back. So I have done creating the table in PostgreSQL. Now I can show you the application properties that I paused, but here you can just add for debugging purpose, delete it after you're launching it, or if the interviewer asks that is it safe, it's not safe. For now, what I'm doing is that I am using Hibernate, which is used to connect the repository with string as a whole package. I'm using DTO auto create, which will automatically create your SQL column or SQL folder, or I should say SQL schema and tables and everything according to the entities you have. What it does is that every entity it checks in the PostgreSQL database if there's already table exists the same name, and if it does, then it does nothing. If it doesn't exist, it creates a table. So here I have the table, and I can just run it here. Run it here, then I'll need to create a table in PostgreSQL. You can see I have the table in dashboard. It just created a table a little while ago. Again, see this spike is because our this application property in application properties they're accessing if this already table exists in the my PostgreSQL server. And well, here you can see the table. I have run a command for you. It's empty right now because it of course doesn't have any information in it. I'll show it to you. I'll fill it if needed, but for now I can just not have this. I can just yeah, whatever. Let me run it again. Yes, so it just shows everything here. Your entity is created here. Now I can just let's try to access the access it. Let me check everything's right or not. Then you can go to close this. Let me go to let's try and Postman. So we are a registered delivery. What we just need email and password. Okay, so let's just send it here. Unauthorized. Okay. Yeah, so okay, that's embarrassing. Just looking at if there's any issue in security config. Of course, there's no issue. I've checked the last video, so of course you've noticed what everything wrong. Didn't add auth here to the register, not auth. So that's why it's creating an error. Yeah, my bad. So anyways, this is what I got back, the token and everything. And here, if we run it again, yes, here enable true. You have ID1, and then you have all the my email and then password in the PKIT format. The database gets hacked, it's leaked or anything. You have roller delivery because using delivery. Now just type user here. Okay, now I'll write, so say random user, then the password, it should be an email. .com. I have not added any verification, like if the user an email, the user send that date, say user at the date, say anything, and for now what is happening that they'll accept my backend will accept everything because I have not have any any restrictions around data type here. It's not been here. Yes, data type here, so there's not an issue here, but I will edit in next videos. Anyways, let's just be random gmail.com sure, and as a password say blah, 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 blah. No, let's say 1234 to check if your ticket is working up. There you can send. So yeah, we have new user with a role user and it should let's start it again here. So wait a second, there I guess they're overwriting or something. Let me find the issue here. Why is overriding it? The ID is supposed to be auto generated. Yeah. Dot UUID. Yes, this is better. It shouldn't happen anyways. Let's try it again. let's say random. Again, let me. I think the issue is that we have different role, right? So I'm simply getting issue. Let's see. Random del is an issue. Yeah. In the user repo, I have it long here. I just stack.uid. Yes, and then in the user, I have to add EUI. Yeah, done. And then repo.done. Let's check now. Just restart the server. Auth service. Oh yeah. No. What happened on auth service? Something wrong. Oh sure. In the DTO. See, everything is joined one by one. DTO, it will be EUID. So yeah, here, everything is set. Just again start the server. It's working. It's working here also. Just to delete to start the new program. Well, whatever. I thought it worked, but it didn't work. No mind. So what do you have here? You can just send it again. Yes, done. It's a unique user ID. Now let me do it here. User, right? Customer was user. Good. User, let me add rando@gmail.com and 36, and then wait, let me on it here. Yes, we have it. We have it still gmail.com. Then I can. Am I sending a token or something? Let me. No, I'm not sending a token. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I guess the issue is solved. Yeah, solved. It's solved. It's working right now. A different ID for different user with different role. Yes, role. So yeah, it's working right now. I guess the problem was that when I was using ID here, somehow it is creating issues because IDs are generally it can be equal. It should not be equal. ID should be primary key should be unique, but if it was equal somehow, so they will just have an issue here that is equal. So it's the same user, maybe they updated details, and again as I have in the application properties this on create, this will just create a new repo. I should name it update here. That's better. It should not have it at all. So if there's an issue right there, you can just show it here. Let's just save it there. Wait a minute. Let me change the application properties for a second. Yes, I have changed the application properties. Just commented it out. Now I can try it again. If there's an issue with the repository itself, then you're going to get the error like why the ID is happening or what is happening. So again, let me create another user. Let's say now subscriber gmail.com, and then like and comment. Just send. See, let's see. Yeah, it's working. It's enabled here. Subscriber gmail.com. Password I don't know about because of course I shouldn't know about passwords, and then who is this? So yeah, the registration part is working, and I could add the login system here today, but I don't think I need to. I will try it in the next video. It will not be that much of work. I can just add a get mapping here to get the token after login. It will check in the auth service. It will just check if the email already exists, user defined element that already exists, and then it will check if the password matches, and if the password matches, then it will return that okay, you are welcome. To return login response. We'll have of course different DTOs for that. I will think that if I need to separate these DTOs, if I need to get more packages inside it, like have I don't know, for user different, for delivery different. I guess it's smarter that way. Let me see if I do this or something other naming methodologies. Anyways, that's all for this video. If you liked it, if you have any recommendations of how can I make the videos better, please write in the comments. Thank you.